I recently showed my mom my new home here in the Philippines and you guys loved it. But there was one question that kept popping up. Where is my dad? Now, because of all those comments and because he wanted to at least try to compete with my mom in supporting me grow this YouTube channel, he decided that it was about time that he also came to visit me. It is now time to go to the airport and pick up my dad because he actually already landed and I'm still at home. I think I have kind of a talent to be late to the airport. Now I'm rushing. I thought he was landing in like 20 minutes, so I had a lot of time in my head. Apparently I don't. Let's go. I have made it and I'm only like 10 minutes late, which is pretty good for the fact that I left when he landed. So thank you Manila traffic for not being too bad tonight. He's here! We did it! Welcome! Thank you! It looks a lot bigger with the mirror, but we already had this reaction with my mom. We have now managed to get some nice breakfast at St. Louis on High Street, and we also got my dad a haircut. Tomorrow morning we are actually renting a car and we are driving to Baguio to go hike Mount Pulag, which should be a really cool adventure, and I'm really looking forward to it. For now we're just here relaxing by the pool because my dad is still a bit jet lagged, so we're trying to fight that. He actually watched my YouTube video. We have rented a rental car and they took all of our cash. So now we're stuck on the Skyway because they don't take credit card or Gcash. So it's an adventurous start to our journey to Mount Pulag. Should be fun. We have now made it to the DENR station, which is where you get your registration and the health certificate done. And it started like raining a bit. Hopefully it stays at a bit. Because I don't really have a rain jacket. It would be very inconvenient. We made it! We finished the initiation, which was 15 minutes of kind of showing us what we could potentially see if there's nice weather here. And she said that it's so that in case there isn't nice weather, so that we can imagine it, how it would look if it was nice. We paid the entrance fee of 850 pesos, and now we're driving to the ranger station where we will start our hike tomorrow at 3 a.m. in the morning or 2 a.m. Something crazy like that, so that you reach the top of the mountain by sunrise. And the rain so far has stayed at a little bit. I think it's safe to say the rain didn't stay at a little bit. You cannot see anything. Lovely. But at least we're here.
Come to Mount Pulag, they said. It's gonna be fun, they said. You can see the sea of clouds, they said.
The playground of the gods. So you came to the Philippines for better weather and warmth, and then you got this 8 degrees and rain. So a few unfortunate things just happened. Firstly, we found out that there's actually a typhoon here on Mount Pulag at the moment. It even got so bad that the electricity went out completely here. There's no signal, no light, nothing. I'm using a flashlight to film this now because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see me. And it is really cold and wet. We managed to get ourselves into an even worse position because we managed to basically drive the car off of a half-a-meter drop. So now it's just stuck there and one of the wheels is just over the edge. So now we're trying to find some people to help us pull the car back onto the road. Adventure! drinking some hot water. But I must say it's the best hot water that I ever tried.
Hey Tim, cheers.
Some good water. Doesn't look fantastic. What is it called?
Logao.
So tonight we're having logao without chicken. It's just rice and cubes.
Best dish ever.
It's almost 8 p.m. now and we've had our dinner now, which means it's bedtime because at 2 a.m. in the morning we're going to leave to get to the top of Mount Pulag if the weather is cooperating. But for now we're just getting ready in our beds. See you guys tomorrow. Good morning everyone, although good night would fit better. It's now 2 a.m. in the morning and we're making ourselves a hot water, but kind of still...
Good morning. Good morning. You are our guide? What about the weather? Is it good or not?
If you don't let me go.
It's okay? Yeah.
Do you think sunrise we see the sun?
Maybe.
Really? Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, then we come in.
So we go.
Here we go, okay. But now we need still to put stuff on.
Okay.
I don't know if you really understood us. But he said, okay. I was about to say, oh, we don't know about the weather, if we should go up. And now the guide came along and was like, no, it's okay, all good. What are you talking about?
Why are we doing this?
Best coffee of your life? Yeah. It's also my best coffee. 100%. Good morning. I would love to vlog more, but I have to watch where I'm going, and when I'm vlogging I'm looking at the camera and there's this bright light in my face looking at these rocks and stuff. It's pretty slippery, so not the place to be vlogging and making myself blind. And also overall it's just not very interesting. It's just us walking through mud, getting our shoes and everything wet. What's your name?
Edgar.
Edgar, nice to meet you. But it's a pretty chill hike, nothing too fancy. We made it to Camp 1, pretty solid. Our shoes are already
Pretty much ruined.
but that's alright.
I think my feet are wet.
Thought that maybe if we reached the summit that we would be above the clouds and look above them, but that wasn't the case this time. A lot of imagination needed to make this place look stunning today. When is the best time to come?
The peak season here in Mount Pulag will start from the month of November to February. It depends on your luck.
You need to say, but if you are lucky, you have the best sea of clouds ever.
You have to edit that.
Yeah, okay. yesterday we actually made it to Banaue, and now we're staying at a kind of hostel which has this unbelievable view, which is why we actually came here. I don't know if I would recommend it because they play super loud karaoke, but Banaue is looking amazing and it's actually sunny today, so we're not suffering with the rain this time. Now we're gonna have some coffee and then head out to Batad, which is one of the rice terraces here, and hopefully it will stay this beautiful and we can get some nice drone shots, some nice photos, and yeah, see you guys there. We have now made it to the middle of the Batad Rice Terraces, and what's actually really interesting is that right now it's super wet and there's a lot of water in the rice terraces, but when my dad was here last time it was fully green because of the difference in season. At the moment there are only a few rice fields that are actually green because that's where they grow the baby rice plants. So what we're trying to do now is recreate the same photo that he took back then with his drone, with my drone now, so that we can kind of mask out the middle and then make a cool kind of two-season photo. If that works, would be super nice. I'm going to try to find the same spot now. So we managed to find the exact same spot. This is my dad's photo back at the time, and this is what we found now. In Photoshop we will combine the two, and then hopefully it will look like this. We have finished the hike and we are now by this beautiful waterfall. A lot colder than it might have looked, but very refreshing. And of course a trip in the Philippines wouldn't be complete without a buko juice to refuel. Oh, it's so heavy. We are now at Bangaan and the sun is pretty tough.
Tough shining.
Super beautiful. Usually the landscapes are amazing. It is now time to head back to Manila. We did our hikes yesterday and the day before. Time for spine day. For 8 hours. Fun. Thank you for everything. You might be thinking, Tim, what the heck is going on? You are like 3 shades darker and you are at the beach and not in Manila after returning the rental car from Mount Pulag. What I wanted to end this video on is a quick interview with my dad. What was your favorite thing coming back to the Philippines? Because you obviously lived here before and now you're back.
When we left Germany, it was -4 degrees. It was gray, it was sometimes snowy, sometimes raining. We would like to have a buko juice. How much is it? Yeah, we take one. Can you open it?
Yeah.
How are you guys? Okay lang? So they just came by and wanted to offer us buko. These 3 legends. Good one? Best one. Okay, take 2. Cheers. Cheers. So, what was the best thing coming back to the Philippines?
First of all, it's not something which has to do with a country per se. What the best thing was actually for me, it's that we had the privilege to have the whole family together again. So my wife and my 2 sons are all united around Christmas. When you have a son who is living in the Philippines and you live in Europe, these are really rare moments, and that's my highlight of the whole trip, to be honest. When it comes to the country, I think if you imagine we were starting from Germany with -2 degrees, it was dark, gray, rainy, and then you come into a country which is warm, full of sun, nice people, and a lot of memories came back. So this part was great, and then also coming back, seeing Boracay again, seeing the sunset, which is I think the best sunset in the world. But again, my highlight was being with the whole family together.
Now, after seeing my life here in the Philippines and what I'm doing, the main advice you will have for me will be the same as my mom's, which is move to an island.
Absolutely.
But other than that advice, what do you think about it?
What's for me, I'm very curious to see what the future will bring for you, because you have an absolute first-class education. You have done then later the university with the best grades, yeah, and then what you're doing here in the Philippines is something totally unexpected, I would say. If this is successful and if you are actually performing as a YouTuber and travel vlogger and everything, I think then it would be the life I would have liked to have when I was young. And if I would be young, I can imagine that I would actually do the same stuff. Yeah, I would really try to do it and see where it brings you. The only thing that I have to agree with my wife, I would not have my base in Manila when you could have the base here. Why are you not simply doing the same starting from? It doesn't have to be Boracay, it can be Siargao, can be Bohol, can be...
Yeah, wherever.
But not Manila. That's something I absolutely don't understand. And my advice would be actually do this, try it, try as many things as you can and see whether it works out. And if it does, we are all happy and we would say, hey, this famous vlogger is my son. And if not, hey, you have made a great experience, you had a good time in your life. It's a very interesting start.
Okay.
I wish you all the luck.
So you guys heard him, you should subscribe.
Yeah, and that's really something as well, what I need to tell you guys. Many of you probably have seen the video with him and my wife. And this was one of the most successful videos he ever had. And now my wife is always telling me, look how I supported my son. If you don't support me as well a little bit, I will really have a hard time at home, because you always say, hey, look how I supported him and look what you've done. So please, I don't know if it's subscribe or do whatever to support me a little bit at home, and also support him, of course, in his journey in the Philippines here.
The one with mom was actually the most successful video.
I know. I don't need to beat her, but I shouldn't be totally losing in all these categories.
We even climbed Mount Pulag for this video, so...
Exactly.
And it wasn't easy.
It was shit weather. It was an experience, exactly.
Cheers.
Cheers. And cheers.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along to Mount Pulag with my dad and I will see you guys next week.
Bye bye. Cheers.